Summer is finally behind us and fall is here. Autumn with its nice cold breeze, wind, and of course, new anime shows! There is nothing better than going back home after a long day of work just to stretch, sit back and enjoy some peace and quality me time while watching some anime. And this season is all about the quantity and quality of anime. And that is why I am obliged to warn you that this video is gonna be hella long, with over 20 new and returning anime. And that is why for today we'll be talking about the top upcoming anime for fall of 2023. So before we start, be sure to prepare your snacks, drinks, whatever makes you comfortable for watching anime, and of course, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet already. And if you're feeling it just a little bit generous, and enjoy my content, and my Patreon is down in the description as well, with a lot of exclusive members-only content, so don't miss out. But in any case, let's get to our first anime, which is Bokura no Ameiro Protocol. Starting off with a new entree to this season, we are introduced to the life of a young, aspiring gamer that was at his highest point in life right until his father lost his life in an accident. And to make matters worse, his sister was crippled due to said accident. He had no choice but to give up gaming and find a job to support his family and help his sick sister. It's practically your typical sad backstory trope, and he finds a job at an online cafe only to discover that this cafe is broke and on the verge of closing down. And to save Fox 1 now, he has to return to the gaming scene and win the prize money, something that is easier said than done. And coming up next, we have Yuzuki-san Chi no Yonkyoudai. The slice of life anime of the season makes an entrance. One of many, I might add. This anime is about the story of four brothers that lost their parents trying to make it through the days with what they have, each having his own role and gimmicky personality, with the eldest of course taking the role of the deceased parents holding a job and taking care of his siblings. The second in line is the calm, collected one that is doting on his younger siblings, and speaking of, the younger two of the family are the most interesting of the bunch, with a dynamic duo of clumsiness and calm wisdom. And coming back to another gaming anime is A Certain Middle-Aged Man's VRMMO Activity Log. This manga was quite the new experience for me. It is interesting in the sense that the main character is a Japanese businessman that is enjoying his game, explaining and talking about every nook and cranny of said game, thoroughly giving the readers the experience of a Let's Play game. This method of writing was such a unique style I haven't seen in many manga out there. I just hope that the anime lives up to the manga and doesn't ruin the Let's Play experience this game offers. And going down a little bit more of a strange category, here we have Heat the Pig Liver, the story of a man turned into a pig. The fuck? First it was a guy turning into a female and marrying his friend, then it was a guy turning into a dog. And now it's about a dude that ate a pig's liver, and due to some sick twist of fate, he becomes a pig and is isekai to boot. And as always, there has to be a female waifu too, cause why the fuck not? We know so little about the anime for now, and the only details we have is that the waifu can read minds for some reason and is able to communicate with the pig. So yeah, not so much to look up for, but it's here if you want to watch it. And coming back to the normal path, we have My Daughter Left the Nest and returned as an S-rank adventurer. Oh goody, yet another fantasy anime with an overpowered protagonist and a family with a past. In the case of this anime, the overpowered protagonist is none other than Angeline, the adopted daughter of an ex-adventurer. Funny enough, Angeline is an S-ranked adventurer herself. However, as the saying goes, not everything shiny is gold. And being an S-rank adventurer is not worth the effort thrown into it. Like, at all. It's a full-time job of rescuing villages, killing fiends, and freeing captives. And Angeline is doing all that only wishing to have time off of adventuring and meeting her father one last time. And up next we have Berserk of Gluttony. This season is going strong with the fantasy genre. This anime is all about this abandoned villager called Fate. After the untimely death of his father, Fate was shunned by his own village and kicked out of it due to his stigmata, the Eyes of Greed. This ability turns his eyes into a crimson-red color, and he loses the ability to control the hunger raging inside him like a storm. Sadly, we know nothing yet about the anime besides what I already mentioned here. I just hope that the anime lives up to the hype. Here next we have Tearmoon Empire. This anime is all about those second chances that we rarely ever get in life. I mean, personally, I would pay $1 billion just to regress and rectify the countless mistakes I have done throughout my life. But I digress. This corrupt princess is sent to the guillotine, and as her head tumbles to the ground, she wakes up, feeling as if it was all but a terrible dream. One problem though. Actually, make that two. The first one being the fact that she regressed back to the age of 12. And the second being the fact that it was all real. All of it. Till the very end with the blood on her book being all the proof she needed. To realize the type of situation she is in now. Fearing the fate that was set for her in the future, she strives to fix the mistakes she has done and rebuild the kingdom she left in shambles in her past life. Don't think for a second that she is reformed though, she is just terrified of the outcome. And up next we have Under Ninja. Well, ninjas are just too damn iconic to miss the chance and not make an anime about them. And even though it might not be Basilisk or even close to it, this is still considered a breath of fresh air for the fans of ninjas out there. This anime is all about the operative secret wars that spies and assassins are fighting. The next in line is our main protagonist Kubo, a high school professionally trained ninja dealing with hundreds of assassins around the world, taking them out and destroying evil organizations and thwarting the hopes of terrorists to destroy the world. And this is the duty Kubo took upon himself the day he enlisted as one. And what we have up next here is a girl and her guard dog. An anime with a beautiful girl that is always shy and flustered and a guy that looks like a model out of a magazine. Yep, that's exactly what you should be expecting from this shoujo anime this season. Obviously, Keita is much older than Isaku. After all, he used to carry her and hold her in his arms, promising to always guard and protect her. Like, you guessed it, a guard dog, hence the anime namesake. He takes things too far, however, in his relation with Isaku as her guard dog and even sleeps sticking to her like glue. Which is the least to say, weird and inappropriate. But who cares, however, it's a freaking shoujo after all. They are only here to show off just how beautiful the guy is and how he makes Isaku's heart flutter like a butterfly. I can't wait for this one. And up next we have Ragna Crimson. Killua? Hitsugaya Toshiro? Nah, it's neither. This handsome-looking MC is called Ragna. In this world, the dragons rule above all, controlling earth, sea, and air as their dominions and lands that will not be trespassed on by mere mortals. This is the will of the high dragons to look upon the mortals with pity and disgust. One of these mortals, however, will prove to be their greatest nightmare soon enough. In comes Ragna, the dragon hunter, with the sole purpose of eradicating every single dragon, an ideal and goal that coincides with the enigmatic members of Crimson. Hence the alliance between them both and the namesake of the series, Ragna Crimson. And here comes yet another interesting one for the fall of 2023 is the 100 girlfriends who really love you. Poor little Rentaru. Going through high school is just hard enough as it is. However, when it comes to this person in particular in life, just couldn't get any worse, marking his 100th rejection by a girl in a row. Desperate for a relationship during his high school days, Rentaru prays to a shrine in which its god manifests and grants him his wish. However, this god wanted to spice things up just a bit. How, you might add? Well, of course by adding death to the subject, since failing to get in a relationship with any one of the 100 girls that wanted to confess to him could lead to their immediate death. Rentaru now must find some sort of way to keep these girls alive. But with someone as big-hearted as him, this job will be a piece of cake. And up next we have the Kingdoms of Ruin. Nothing is more powerful than the love of an apprentice towards his master in this world. Oh, never mind, what I just said was wrong as can be. There is something stronger, and that is rage and hate. Adonis is now going to aim at those who killed his master. Magic was once the staple of this world taught to humans by the help of witches, and all was good until science was finally able to catch up to magic, and ever since, all of a sudden, magic became obsolete. And witches were hunted and killed in the worst ways and methods possible, one of which was Adonis' master. And now it's time for vengeance. So hey, you made it halfway through the video. Congratulations. Hey, since you stuck around this long, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? We'd appreciate it. Anyways, back to the video. Up next, we have Roan Kamonohashi, Deranged Detective. I swear, these detectives just keep getting edgier and edgier with each anime. Like seriously. Shaggy hair, eccentric loner, creepy dead eyes. What more could possibly scream out loud edgy than that? This anime character isn't just looks and no brains though. His past is coming back to haunt him. With this new serial killer case and some even more mysteries that will unravel through the episodes, I will be watching this anime for sure since I love mysteries. And second, he is prepared. And here up next we have the Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. A high school demon lord practically regressed back to the age of 12 years old, waking up, finding a cute girl in front of him, claiming to be his guardian and protector. Enlisting in the Excalibur Academy, the most prestigious school out there. Alas, little do they know that the young 12-year-old is none other than Leonis Death. And here comes yet another interesting one, Undead Unluck. This character puts Jinx to shame when it comes to just how much bad luck she possesses. She has such bad luck to the point that even touching her causes misfortune to the person, and sometimes the inadvertent death of the individual, just like what happened to her parents. One day, hoping to end it all, Fuko inadvertently meets the regenerator, Andy. And after witnessing just how potent his regeneration is, Fuko decides to help Andy kill himself and end his misery for good. Oh, up next we have a familiar one, Girlfriend Season 2. Oh god, not this anime. Naoya, that sick bastard, is back with the thirsty quadruplets, and this time the show is finally giving their sick fans what every incel ugly bastard asks for in his life. When it comes to harem anime in general, the goddamn beach episode. Yeah, you heard right. This season is finally gonna feature the beach arc, and that every incel out there is drooling over right now. What does Naoya have on his mind this time? Who knows? But will his harem grow even further, or will it collapse? These are the questions that we ask, but we'll only know as long as we watch it. Up next, we have the Apothecary Diaries. Oh my god. This animation style is just so damn good. I mean, just look at the vibrant colors, the scenery, the details in each drawing, and the frames. This seems like a unique anime candidate that will keep a mark on us for this season. This anime is all about a young girl that through sheer will, wit, and manipulation becomes one of the greatest medics in China, and as such, she gains the attention of the emperor himself right after saving his 2 children from poisoning. Mao Mao carves her way into the emperor's court, but even then she never lost hope in completing that other promise. And here we have our love story of the season. Our dating story, the experienced you and the inexperienced me. These two couldn't be further apart or different from each other any more than they already are. On one side you have Ryuto, the introverted silent loner with no friends, personality, and then you have the beautiful, sexy, and popular cheerful Runa. Yet somehow, thanks to some stupid twist of fate provided by a silly dare, these two go out on their first date, and afterwards, Runa takes Ryuto over to her room, getting to know him better. That sly dog. You want to know what happens after that? Well, tune in to find out. And yet another familiar face here, the Faraway Paladin Season 2. This year has been without a doubt the year of isekai. So when it comes to this genre, there will always be some anime that are overlooked and not receiving the attention they deserve. The Faraway Paladin is one of those shows that deserves more love. Adapted from the light novel with the same name, its premise alone should be interesting enough for anyone, as it was never attempted before for a kid to be reborn in a fantasy world and raised by 3 undead characters acting as his parents and teaching him all he needs to know. And surprisingly enough, you can actually relate to them and love them pretty easily. And even though the character so far isn't that interesting, the goal he is working towards is. And it definitely deserves more recognition for that. And there was only Season 1 for you so far. Season 2 is just right around the corner. And up next we have Sousou no Frieren. This anime feels like how gamers feel after killing the final boss and finishing all the side and main quests of the gameplay. It just feels empty, and life has no more meaning all of a sudden. The life of Frieren as an elf isn't one that she can be envied for, especially due to the fact that all her friends are dead, and that she has no one to be with anymore. No one but the apprentice given to her by her deceased friend, that is. These two now will embark on an aimless journey to discover, simply put, life. To correct some mistakes and to make some. This one's probably going to be our tearjerker for the season, that's for sure. And up next we have Dr. Stone, New World Part 2. With the war finally over, it is time for a new age to start. The Age of Exploration. And Part 1 of the series concluded with the revelation that Senku's father spent his life gathering platinum for his son. knowing fully well how important and vital it is for the revival of humanity. Not only that, the Kingdom of Science is going on a campaign to the mysterious island marked by Senku's father, where a huge deposit of platinum lies. Senku has sacrificed so much in order to revive humanity and is going now against a foe with the ability to petrify humans again. It's not a great position to be in, especially after Senku lost many of his comrades to the weapon already and is running low on nitric acid, the key and solution to rescuing humanity from their stone cages. How is he going to outsmart the enemies this time with all these odds stacked against him? No one knows, but I bet we will find out soon, and it's gonna break the internet when it happens. And last but most certainly not least, we have Spy Family Season 2. Don't be fooled by this family because looks can be deceiving, especially when it comes to Agent Twilight and his new mission. For it to succeed, he will need to have a family of a daughter and a wife. What he doesn't know though is the two of them as well are spies in their own right, with the mother being the Thorn Princess, a deadly assassin, and the daughter being an Esper that was experimented on and granted the ability to read minds. So obviously she knows the identities of her two adoptive parents, but she won't tell them because really, where would the fun in that be? And as if things couldn't get any more complicated, the family adopts a dog that is, you guessed it, able to see the future. And Anya, being a telepath, is able to read his mind due to it. If you haven't seen Spy Family yet, be sure to check out the earlier seasons before the new season comes out this fall. If you stuck around for the entire video, then you deserve a round of applause. It was a very longer video than usual. After all, had very many anime that could make it big this season. I just hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. And if you want to keep supporting my channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, press on that bell icon, and set us all to be notified about all our latest new videos. And hey, don't forget to comment down below which anime you are most excited for this season. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.